Hello, my name is Misty Mayes and I'm the CEO of Management Solutions. During this time of change and constant change and fluidity, we wanted as a company to say, what can we do to give back? One of our core values is servant leadership. And so to that point, we got together and said, with all the change going on in the world and folks are still having to manage projects or initiative, let's introduce some knowledge on how you navigate all the change. How do you work amongst everything when each day it's fluid and there's new guidelines and new regulations each day. So I'm going to give you a quick snapshot of change management and how we apply it to project management, and I hope this becomes beneficial for you. So when you look at the industry today, if we evaluate our current state, there's disruption everywhere around us. Everything we're doing is shifting. Data has proven that staying the course and using hope as a strategy is only going to diminish our competitive advantage. So we need to be a little bit more strategic about it. It's the time to innovate. You're hearing that everywhere. Though our world is never going to be the same. What can we do to step back and look at it holistically and say, what can we do as a company and individuals as we navigate these changes? The other thing is we need to look, as we're doing that, look at other industries and best practices and look for transferable methodologies that'll help us navigate these and see what of those apply to our industry and our company. So to that point, I want to spend a little bit of time today on change management and the role that that has in project management. One of the key things to note in this discussion is change management in the realm I'm talking about it right now is organizational and transformational cultural change within your businesses. So it's the people side of change that becomes so important and often is the time that is the aspect that we forget as well. So, why does true change require a cultural and organizational shift? There's several reasons, but if you look back at the data indicates that less than 20% of our initiatives actually stick without a cultural or organizational transformation. Too many times, newly implemented processes forget about the people side of change. We can all think through projects that we've taken on and how they failed because we just didn't take into account the folks and their time to get up to speed and have the desire to make the change. Another key component is rarely is there benefit realization and achievement of results without project team member buy-in. And then lastly, due to the complexity surrounding projects or initiatives, sometimes the significant changes are necessary for companies to be able to roll those out successfully. And so it's just navigating that change so that people understand, have the awareness and the desire for a corporate change. One of the things that we use is our folks are certified change management professionals. And so part of that is we've adopted the Prosign Methodology, which has 5 key elements to it. And so it's an acronym for ADKAR. So if you think of that, the A represents awareness, which is the awareness of the need for change and the nature of the change. The D is the desire to support the change, participate, and engage in it. The K is for knowledge, which is knowledge on how to change and implement new skills and behaviors. The ability, A, is the ability to implement the change and demonstrate performance. And then lastly, reinforcement is the ability to sustain or reinforce and reiterate that the change has occurred. So if you think of the ADKAR model as you're navigating the changes within your organization, the way that lays out, as you can see the graphic on the screen, we've broken it into 3 real phases. Phase 1 is preparing for change. And you can see if you look at the top of the matrix, that brings in the awareness and desire elements. Phase 2 is actually managing the change, and that's more the knowledge and the ability, the tactical steps in a change. And then phase 3 is the reinforcing the change, which is the reinforcement element we just talked about. So, key to each of these phases is managing throughout the life cycle of your change, obviously interfacing with your people. It's important to have a change sponsor or folks that are owning what change you're adopting within your organization. And so hopefully this slide will give you some visibility into managing the process of change in your organization. If you need more help for that, please feel free to check out our website at www.managementsolutions.com, and we'd be glad to interface with you and help you on more of that. Hey, each week we roll out these webinars. Next week is going to be one on project management and kind of the hybrid approach between Agile and the traditional waterfall aspects and how you continue to do that remotely. And then all of this is culminating at the end of the month when we will host a live webinar on Thursday, April 30th at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be a great time to talk about projects and change management and just culturally how we're navigating these times. We're going to have Paul Sponcia, who's the CEO of the IT company, is going to be speaking to us from a technological standpoint because, as we know, we're all having to navigate people, processes, and tools. So Paul will come at it from the technology standpoint. Mr. Dylan Jones, who's the CEO of Bold Square, will speak to us about more of the people side and the communication and how often and what to communicate during these tumultuous times. And then Scott Major, who's one of our project managers, is going to speak about project management and change management, and he's going to partner in that discussion with Eric Patterson, who is the project outage manager for CNS Y12. So it should be a great discussion, lots of questions. We hope you'll join us. Look for more information on that coming. I hope you're staying you and your family are staying healthy, and I'm wishing you and your companies much success. Thank you.